Hi friends, welcome to today's video. In this video, we will learn about a new exciting feature of Spring Framework, and that is auto-wiring concept in Spring Framework. In the previous videos, I have already discussed about Spring inversion of control and Spring dependency injection feature. These are the two most powerful features of Spring Framework, and before moving ahead on auto-wiring concept, you need to understand those two concepts thoroughly. And if you have learned those two concepts, then this video is nothing for you. It's very easy for you. So let's move ahead with auto-wiring concept today. So guys, what is auto wiring? In simple terms, we can say it is nothing but wiring or attaching the dependencies together. So Spring lets you attach the dependencies whichever a class needs in two different ways. First is XML and second is annotations. So when you are doing auto wiring in XML, you need to do some changes in your XML file. Is that your application context file? And if you're doing auto wiring using annotations, then you can make changes in your Java class files. So we will go over both the concepts, but in today's video we will go over the XML concept. Is that we will do auto wiring using application context file. So let's move to our Eclipse, because I know you guys don't want to waste further time and want to jump on the coding as soon as possible. So let's see here. I have a separate package created here, Spring example auto wire. I did all these things so that we can save our time without wasting further into this. And I have created three classes here: college.java, office.java, and staff.java. I don't have written anything yet in these files. So let's consider one scenario where suppose there's a college, and that college can have a department office, right? And that office is dependent on few things. Let's take just one dependency here, and that can be a staff, right? Office needs some staff to work on. So let's see, staff is my dependency and staff is the object here. Okay, so I have a object of staff created here. Then next thing what I can do, I can create a setter for this, because I'm not going to write core Java code here. I'm directly going to move on the Spring code, because we have already learned the core Java in the previous videos, and we have already know how to make changes from core Java to Spring application context file, right? So we will directly go over and create a setter here, and that is set staff. Generate the setter here. Okay, let me just increase the font size here. Yeah, so it's visible to us. Okay, so setter is created here, and now I will create a method here. Suppose public void manage files. Okay, and this reference I will use to call the method from staff.java class. So I can have manage files here, or let me give some other name, manage files in staff. Okay, so that we know that this is the method from staff. And I will create a method in staff.java, because I don't have it over here. I have created this method here, and then here I can just give a please manage the required files. Done. So please manage the required files, system.out.println I have given in staff.java. So my staff.java is ready, my office.java is ready, because I've already created a setter here. So next what will I do? I will go and write in my college.java my main method. In this main method I will use application context, create object of application context, and then the implementation of application context, if you remember, is class path XML application context. And here I will have to give my beans name. So I will create a beans, and I will give the name here like my auto wire beans.xml. Okay, I have yet not created this beans.xml. I will go and create it now. In my resources I have this previous bean, but I will write a new bean, so that new XML file with the new beans, so that we don't get any confused here. We can do in this one also, but let's create a new one. No issues, you can do in the previous one too. So go and create a new one. File name should be my autowirebeans.xml. Okay, generate this, and you need the same files same XST that you had in your previous one. So I will just go and copy this from here instead of going and googling it, so this is ready now, and here I can write my beans. So first I need the object of my office.java. So I can go and take the whole qualified name here of office.java, give some ID here, bean ID is equal to suppose office, and then class will be, spelling mistake, class will be, I'll just copy this class in, right? And then I can have some changes here inside this. Now the second bean I will have is bean ID staff, class name of the staff. I will take the class name from here and paste it, and I will have to close this beans configuration file. Okay, so I have these two beans created here, and the dependencies now I have to include. Previously, if I had a setter file here, what you used to do in your beans.xml file, you used to write a property tag here, right? Like this, property tag, property name of the property. What is the name of the property? Suppose it's staff. So name of the property was staff, and since it is an object of class staff, so we had to write reference here. Reference is equal to, suppose I give staff object, or let me give staff reference. Here you will have to copy the staff reference and ID over it like this. So this value and this value will be same, so that Spring knows that this is the reference, and when Spring will find the bean of this staff reference, it knows that this is the class that needs to be injected into your office class. So now I will be able to get the object, right? So I will get the office object here, office object, using the object of application context dot get bean method, and inside this get bean method I will use the ID, right? And the ID is office. You can check it over here. This is the ID using which you can draw the beans from your application context file. So I have the office ID here, and I will just do office.class just to let the application context know that I am drawing the object of office class. So now I have the object of office, and when you do off dot, you can get the files like set method. You have here manage files we want, so we will get the manage files. So this will draw the object from application context, and manage files will be called, and then finally manage files will call the object of your staff.java. So let's run this first. So you can check here, please manage the required files is getting printed, right? So now we have to do auto wiring in the XML file, right? So here I have my reference, and then Spring is attaching these two things using reference and then ID. What if I just put auto wire over here? Will Spring will be able to attach it? Not yet, right? Because it is default. We will discuss about it, but first let me do here by name. So what will it do now? You have by name and you have office here. So Spring will check into your office class that whatever dependency you have, Spring will try to attach those dependencies. And if you have any value here, any beans here which has the same name as this value name, Spring will attach it. So here you have staff, here you have staff reference, right? If I make it staff, okay, and I can just remove this because we now not need this. Now we are not doing any setter dependency injection, so let's just remove this for now. So we have by name auto wiring used here, we have staff ID, and here also we have staff same name, and here we are using by name. So when we run this, let's see it works or not. It's working. How it's working? Because Spring is checking the dependencies which has the same name here, like staff reference, you have this name, Spring is searching in the application context file if it has any dependency where it has the same id name it is trying to attach it. If I make it Spring reference, it will not work. Let's see this here. It's not working, right? You are getting the null pointer exception. Why? Because Spring is not able to find the dependency. It's not able to do the auto wiring. So you need to make it the same name as your reference name. These two names must be same. So inside how Spring is doing the SETA injection. Let me just write it here, and then you will know how it's working. So by name, how you have office. If you have office object is equal to new office, then of dot set staff, it's attaching the new staff here. This is what is being done internally when you are using by name. This is about by name auto wiring. What if we have by type? There's another kind of auto wiring type where you can use by type, and then this type is the data type of the object. So in this class office.java, the reference staff is of type staff class. So when you come to your application context file here, if you are giving by type, this class will try to auto wire a class whose type is staff. So even if this object name is something else like staff object, anything you can give here, 1 2 3 4 5, but this type is same like this type. So this type and this type both should be matching. Then your application context will be able to wire another class. So let's run this and we will check it. I will run my main method. So in this case you can see you are getting the correct output. So this is the second type of auto wiring, by name and then by type. There is one more kind of auto wiring, and that is constructor. So by now we were trying to do the auto wiring using setter method, right? So by name and by type both internally use the setter methods, but when you are using the constructor auto wiring, it is going to use the constructor of your staff class. So you can write the constructor over here. I will just go to my source, generate constructor using fields, and okay, I'm ready to go now. So the constructor will be found here. Let us run this. Please manage the required files. In this case, the auto wiring is being done using the constructors. So finally, the three ways in which auto wiring can be done in XML file is number 1 by name, number 2 by type, and number 3 by constructor. The first two are done using setters, and the last one is by constructor, that is being done, as the name suggests, by using the constructor. Okay, so in the next video we will learn about auto wiring using annotations. Till then, take care of yourself. Have a good day. Bye bye.